Obot emana. You're not aligned with your chi. You're not aligned with your ori or orisha. What happens? Number one, you struggle in areas where you were meant to walk in ease. You begin to struggle. In your marriage, you're struggling. Your finances, you're struggling. Getting married, in fact, you're struggling. Relationship, you're struggling. Spiritual life, you are struggling. Everything about you, you are struggling. The ancient and age bids you a good evening. Obutu Joshua, and I receive your greetings from the palace of great wisdom. You struggle in areas that you are just meant to walk around with ease. You are a singer, nobody will hear you. You be singing, you have a singing voice of a nightingale. Nobody hears you, nobody sees you, nobody knows about you. Whatever you're doing, people are just looking at you. Because guess what? You haven't aligned with your forces. That's why you're struggling. That's why you struggle in business. That's why you start your business and it collapses. That's why you get married today, you divorce. Check it. Check it. Number two, you chase what is not yours and miss what is divinely yours. You'll be chasing a man that is not yours. You are chasing after a woman that is not yours. You've seen all the red flags, you turn the red to white. Matter of fact, you make it blue. You can turn it to green, you can turn it to pink, just to suit you. Is that why I am not married? How many? I wouldn't know until me and you have a conversation on a personal level, and then we can talk about it. You begin to chase what is not chasing you. You know, one of the things I told people, I said, look, let me tell you something. My peace of mind and solitude at this point in time in my life is very important. Why is it very important? Because I've reached a point in my spiritual walk with God that I have gotten to my 13th dimension, that I am fully awake to the Christ consciousness, that anything that is not mine, I don't want it. I don't chase what is not mine. I want what is mine to come to me. I'm not going to fight to be a part of anybody's life. I'm not going to fight to say, oh, you shouldn't do this to me. No, I'm not going to do that. When once I start seeing you do what you're not supposed to do to me, I just turn around and walk away without saying anything to you, because then it tells me that you are not meant to be a part of my life. Number three, you live in cycles of delay. Somewhat, how are you? You live in cycles of delay. Because why? You've not harnessed with the forces that were meant to guide you while you were here. And if you're just joining me today, I am talking to you on Obot emana, Chi and Orisha, a call to a spiritual alignment. A lot of you are walking around, great talent, great gifting, you beautiful, sexy, hot, handsome. Talking about you, the McCoy. You have the money, you have the connection, but nothing is working for you. Matter of fact, the connection is not even working for you. You're just there. You're basically just there. And then when you don't harness your foot, you're just there. You're basically just there. And then when you don't harness your forces, you live in cycles of delay, disappointment, depression, frustration. When things don't work out for you, you just get frustrated. You go into the mode of depression. People were not meant to be married. Let me say so that you can all hear me. Some people were not meant to be married, men or women. But you know, you live in a society where they will quote religion for you, Bible of the religion or books of the religion, and tell you must get married, you must be married, yada, 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 story. That touches the heart and tickles the bum. You got to know yourself. Am I meant to be married? Was I meant to be married? You got to know that, right? And so we move to the next point. When you don't harness your forces, when you ignore them, you marry wrong, you build wrong, you birth wrong. I'm going to say that again. When you are not harnessed, when you ignore the forces that were meant to guide you, you will marry wrong, you will build wrong, you will birth wrong. Please believe that. You were not meant to deal with Down syndrome child, or because you married wrong, you deal with it. You're not meant to deal with a child who is autistic, you deal with it. Please, is this a recent live broadcast, 15/7? I'm live right now and I'm talking to you right now. Do you have a question? Danny Yayo, do you have a question? You want me to answer your question? You have a question for me? All right, so the last one, when you don't harness your forces and you ignore your forces, you confuse spiritual attacks with spiritual abandonment. Something you should pause and deal with, right? Start confusing it over nothing. That's what happens. And it's a whole lot that happens. It's a whole lot that happens when you don't harness your forces. I don't even want to go into the one that you fall sick. You get sick all the time. Don't nobody understand why you always falling sick. I was born to come and hear that my aunt repeated herself 3 times. And so I think the last time she came, they cut her fingers. That's why her fingers are so short. She reincarnated. Then I have an uncle who repeated himself like how many times, and they gave him the name Darake. Because they kept mass. It's not today. Priests and priestesses of back in the days. You know what I'm saying? They need to stop, right? But now here we are. First, you are aware not all are meant to be married, right? I just said that. A few minutes ago. Maybe you missed it. But what happens to you when you are aligned with your Obot emana, when you are aligned with your chi, when you are aligned with your Orisha? What happens to you? What do you see in your life? What changes in your life? Number one, you attract what aligns with your essence. Very important. You attract the best man. You attract the best woman. You attract the best jobs. You go to the schools they're meant to go. Your children come, they get aligned, and they're doing very well. The problem a lot of us have today is our parents were not aligned. Give birth to us. We now came. We have to be the one to now be aligned. Give me running welcome. Like I had to learn to be aligned. I have to learn. I have to go find out who am I? What am I here for? What's my cinema? How do I get it done? Right? That's what happened to me. And then I awoke. And I said, oh, no. I'm not going to do it alone by myself. I'm going to get other people to wake up with me. Right? So you begin to attract what aligns with your essence. You will stop crying over a man that is not supposed to be your man, or a woman that's not supposed to be your woman. How do you know if you are to get married in life? You will book a personal spiritual consultation with me. You will pay for my fees. I charge $300 per hour. That's $499, $500 per hour. $150 for 30 minutes. That's $249, $750 for 30 minutes. $100,000, which is $60.50. That will be for just 15 minutes clarity call. 30 minutes, you have a video call session with me. 1 hour, you have a full hour session with me. And then me and you can talk about your life. And you can book that on the link that is on this bio today. This is not your first time at life, that I know. No, Butu. I have been here too many times. I have repeated myself too many times. And each time I come to this world, I'm still doing the same thing. Super. How are you? I'm still doing the same thing I was created to do. I was a healer, my past life. I'm still a healer. I was a seer. I was still young. I was still Ibo. I was still Ndam. I was still Ekpen. I'm still doing the same thing. And this is not my first time in Nigeria, though. I'm just repeating Nigeria, right? And I'll probably do Nigeria one more time because there's some things in this particular lifetime that I didn't align well in my previous life to correct in this lifetime. I came to correct something from my past life, right? I ended up in it again. Right? So it's repeating itself, a construct that was meant to, I would have dealt with that construct in that past life, but there's something I said would not happen in my past life. In my past life, I was healed by the family that I married into. So I had said that when I come again, next family I'm married into, I will not be killed by that. Right? So I came to correct that. Now I'm here, and then there's some things that I should have corrected in that past life when I was coming here, and I didn't. And so now I'm dealing with it. So I'm already programming it that when I come back in my next reincarnation, I'm going to correct that. And when I correct that, I don't want to come back to 3D again. I want to go to my next dimension and do what I need to do. Help people, help humanity, help the universe. Please, how can someone be able to align with this in a decent way? I don't know what you mean by UT Mark. I don't know what you mean by in a decent way. I don't know the indecent way that people do it. I'm a child of light, and so when I'm harnessing forces for people, I do it in the way of light because I want to see people succeed. I want to see people live their best life. Mine is to offer services to humanity, right? And so when you book a session with me, you and I get to talk about your life in totality. I break it down for you. We talk about your chi, we talk about your risha, we talk about your Obot emana, and of course your Isian emana. Now, when you are aligned, you break generational curses with wisdom, not warfare. See what I just told you right now? So now I come and I see something that is in my generation presently. I'm like, okay. So now I have to use wisdom to deal with it in this generation, in this lifetime. So that the next one that I come, I know that it has already been corrected. You have every right to program what you want, not in a bitter way, so that you don't leave what we call negative bloodline constructs for the next generation. Deal with it. I'm not going to have these multiple surgeries I've had in this lifetime. I'm not going to have it again in my next lifetime. Right? That's something I should have dealt with previously before I came back. But those are the things I did not align. So now I'm aligning it. My children won't go through it. And when I come back, I'm not going to go through it. Right? I'd like to continue here with you, but I have to go now to make some enchantments. See you some other time. Greetings once again from Ancient. Over to Joshua. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And as you go to speak to the Father of all light, I pray that He hears all your enchantment. As it was in the beginning, so shall it always be, world without end. I celebrate you, my brother. Please, what is the difference between Oboreman and Esereman? I already talked about that. I moved on about that. So now, number 3, you receive prophetic instructions that guide your next step. When you are fully aligned, you will receive, I will book. You'll be saying you will book how many months now? I've not seen the booking yet. I'm waiting for the booking. So let's make it happen this time, right? You receive prophetic instructions that guide your next step. That's why you have a spiritual consultant like me. So I consult for you. I take you through it. And then you get to know what is really going on in your life, right? So you receive prophetic direction. I receive prophetic directions. So even if this is about to break, they will tell me, check it, it's about to break. If I'm about to lose anything, it will tell me, check it, you're about to lose something. You operate in your lane of grace. All right, SK, I'm looking forward to that consultation with you, my love. You operate in your lane of grace. When you align with it, what I'm doing, this is my lane of grace. This is me talking to you in my lane of grace. So let me change this on TikTok. So we are talking about Obot emana today. Obot emana. All right. Chi and Orisha. All right. So everything about you, Busi, interested? Okay. Book a session with me. My booking link is on there. So you can book a session with me and I'll get to talk to you. You become spiritually defended without shouting or sweating. Remember I talked about Ekpeyon? Those that have Ekpeyon, right? Ekpeyon defends you. Ekpeyon stands for you. Matter of fact, when you harness with all your Obot emana, your spiritual forces, they stand for you. When you harness all your Chi, you harness all your Orisha, they fight for you. They stand for you, they defend you. Before it comes, they already tell you. And then they will send people to talk to you if you are missing their instruction. You're going to get somebody come and enlighten you about it and tell you this is not what it's supposed to be. I want you to know one thing as we proceed before I come to conclusion. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to awaken you. It's time to wake up. It's time to return to our root because I'm not just any woman. I am the singing seer. I am the idiom. I am the Igbo. I am Dam. I am Ekpeyon. I am Ubo. I am Ikpomumbo. I carry it with a nice edge within the embers of who? Your Chi is making you beautiful. Nne. Chima. Obim. You're very correct about that. You know, that's one of the things about harnessing with your forces. You don't age. You are ageless in every era. You're youthful in every era. Every year you get into, every season of your life makes you very youthful, right? Keeps you, even when things are not going the way you're expecting it, they're making sure that you are comfortable. I see you. Welcome. I'm talking about today, we're talking about Obot emana, your Chi and Orisha. And if you've ever listened to me speak, you know that every word I declare comes to pass. Somebody was saying that's how all these pastors were prophesying. I'm like, I'm not a pastor. I don't know why people in Nigeria always think that because somebody is running a temple or they are singing church, they are singing a song that sounds familiar, they say, oh, he's a pastor. I'm not a pastor. I've always been an evangelist of the truth. Evangelist of this gospel that everybody must awake to the true Christ consciousness, to light, to the greatest universe, the Lord of the universe. I'm not talking about the God of the Bible. Your Bible no concern me. I no impress me. I don't read that since I was born. I started preaching when I was 8, right? I got to embrace who I really am. So now I'm asking you, are you ready to be aligned? Are you ready to be aligned? Or you're still confused? So it's either you aligned or you remain confused. Remember or remain stuck. Get your reading with me today. Book a session with me today. My number is +234 909 111 2079. Again, my number is +234 909 111 2079. And it is pinned on my bio. And you can book a session with me. Let's find your Obot emana. Let's reveal your emana. Let's realign your cord of spiritual forces and restore your spirit. Let's realign your cord